is Tring and I'll be your hygienist today. Today is Monday, November 14th, and I have patient number 201288 here. Patient is a 28-year-old female with no sheath concerns. Patient presents for nutritional counseling. So thank you for taking part of this 5-day diary. I have reviewed your medical, dental, and social history outlining any and all diseases, conditions, and modifications that can impact your oral health and general health. Patient is on birth control. Dental concern for that is increased inflammation causing periodontal tissue breakdown, plaque buildup, and gingival enlargement. Patient has good oral home hygiene and is not on any special diet. Brushes 2 times a day, floss 3 times a week, and mouth rinse 2 times a week. Now I'll be performing a head and neck screening. It's also called the EO-IO assessment to check for any lumps and bumps and any abnormalities. All right, let's get started. After the exam came back normal with no abnormalities, but I did find an ulcer, which is called canker sores on the left commissure, about 2 by 2 millimeters. Patient states that she gets canker sores often. This could possibly mean that the patient is deficient in vitamin B12. So the reason why we had you do a dietary analysis is because we wanted to see the relationship between your diet and any possible findings that we may find. We want to work with you to help determine a nutritional status in relation to your total needs and suggest changes to the diet's nutritional adequacy for health promotion. It helps us analyze your eating and snacking behaviors and keep track of how often you consume and use cariogenic sugary foods. All right, so Cambria classification, let's look at this. Here it is. So because you stated that you sip on caffeine with creamer every day, that will put you at a high risk of caries risk, but you have really good home oral hygiene. Because of that, you do have a higher risk of getting caries. We'll put you at a high risk for caries. Okay, so after reviewing your dietary analysis, I believe that you're lacking in a number of vitamins and minerals, and I see that you drink coffee every day, but you're not sufficient in water consumption. So let's try to incorporate water throughout the day and add in vegetables and multivitamins each day. All right, so for the cariogenic food, here I found that you drink coffee, which is a liquid with creamer, almost every day. On Tuesday, you have Rice Krispies and a granola bar, which is 2 cariogenic food. One is the soft solid. They're both soft solid. On Wednesday, I see that you had coffee cream again, Hidden Valley Ranch, and chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup is a soft liquid. I also see that Thursday you had a burrito. I put that down as a soft solid. And Friday, I have coffee cream again and pizza, which is a hard solid. I put down also Coca-Cola, which is a big cariogenic food. And Saturday, coffee and ketchup, which is a liquid sugary food. I also highlighted all the sugar that you have in here. Highlighting sugar. So on Tuesday, your total of sugary food is 24 grams. Wednesday, your total of sugary food is 17.9 grams. On Thursday, your total sugary food is 73.6 grams. And Friday is 56.2. Saturday is lower, 19.6 grams. I also tallied the amount of cariogenic food that you ate each day, which is an average about 2 to 3 a day, which is really good. It looks like you snack almost every day and is eating at least 1 meal a day. So the sugar I told you I highlighted that. A lot of food here has hidden sugar that we don't know about, and sometimes it's natural and other times and it's added in. So the sugar adds up over time, and consuming foods with lots of sugar can lead to other health problems as well as dental and oral problems. So if you're drinking coffee every day, I recommend drinking it within an hour or so, because sipping caffeine all day causes your enamel to break down. It's your enamel due to the acidity of the coffee. Because of that, over time, your teeth may become sensitive. I also recommend drinking water after coffee to help flush away the acid. High frequency of foods and liquids decreases the ability of calcium and phosphate to remineralize the teeth between episodes. I also see the frequency of carbohydrates from your food, such as eating spaghetti, chicken noodle soup, burritos, and pizza. We can try to come up with a plan to add more vegetables during the meal times. So, in your mouth here, there are 4 main factors that causes cavities to develop, and they are the tooth surface, the food, the oral bacteria, and time. So the tooth surface is also called the host. The substrate is the diet of the food, the amount of consumption, the frequency of consumption, the presence of oral bacteria, the biofilm and the microorganisms, and the time that is in your teeth. The basic caries process starts with a certain acidogenic and acidic bacteria in the dental biofilm, acting to metabolize the fermentable carbohydrates ingested. So tooth decay happens when bacteria build up on the surface of your teeth here from the sugar and the food, and converts the sugar into acid, which then dissolves the hard tooth material, which is the enamel, the outside part here. This can lead to a loss of minerals in the tooth, and your tooth then your tooth actually can heal itself in between meals by restoring the minerals that have been destroyed by the acid, and we'll get to that. So when your teeth get white spots, see some white spots here. If you see white spots by your gums, this is called demineralization. Demineralizations happen when acids found in bacteria and sugar attack your enamel. That's that part here. The acid in your mouth causes the pH of the mouth to drop. Once the pH of the mouth is below 5.5, an acid attack occurs. During that acid attack, acids can penetrate the tooth and dissolve some of the minerals in the tooth, which is the calcium and phosphate. You can see it like leaving. And so saliva can help repair the damage by neutralizing the acid, which is the buffering effect, and by supplying minerals like fluoride, phosphate, and calcium to replace the loss from the enamel, called remineralization. So a tip to reduce acidogenic bacteria is rinsing with fluoridated water to help remove the flesh away from the food before bedtime. And I recommend starting your meals with vegetables and proteins, and then finishing your meals with calcium-rich foods such as low-sugar yogurt, milk, or cheese. It's another way to reduce acidogenic bacteria. Sugar-free chewing gums, which contains xylitol, helps stimulate the saliva, and after each meal, make it a good habit to use a soft pick or a floss to pick out any food that is stuck between your teeth. All right. Periodontal classes. There are stages in the periodontal class. Get that up. Here we go. So if you want to be at 0, which is healthy, everyone wants to be at 0. But if you are at stage 1, that means that your gums are inflamed. Stage 2, it adds on. So everything that happens in stage 1, you'll see it in all of it. So stage 2, your gums get inflamed and your gums get detached from the teeth. There's a little opening here. Stage 3 is all of that. Plus your bone destruction begins on your teeth. And then stage 4 is when the bone is infected and the bone is destroyed under your roots. Stage 5 is when you lose that teeth, which we try to prevent all of this as much as we can. So with your diet, I recommend incorporating drinking more water, especially after drinking caffeine, because caffeine is it dehydrates you, so you need that hydration with water, and it helps flush away the acid that it's consuming. And I recommend adding multivitamin supplements each day, because I see that you're not getting the sufficient amount of vitamins and minerals and in your diet. I also recommend adding a lot. So with your diet, I recommend incorporating drinking more water, especially after coffee, because coffee has a lot of acid and you want to flush that away. And it also dehydrates you, so you want to rehydrate yourself by drinking lots of water. I also recommend adding a lot of, not a lot, but a multivitamin supplement, so you can get the vitamins that you're not getting with your food that you're eating. We can also look at recipes like online, or a book of recipes, to see if there's any ones that are easy for you to use at home. Home cooked meals are the best. You can control what you put in there and what you're eating. So I recommend that, and I recommend doing all that. And yeah, your goal is to incorporate more hard food in your diet during meal times. Do you have any questions for me at this time? All right, so at this time, I will record the dietary analysis and the results of the dietary analysis, everything we went over, all the stuff that I stated, all the questions that she had, and all the plans that we will do moving forward. And that is it. All right, thank you.